welcome back to the Social Universe, where you learn the secrets of the social media through this social universe, and in many cases, the secrets of the universe itself. We want to welcome our listeners back to the show, and we also want to share with all of you who were caught by our lead into the show that we're going to share with you how you are able to potentially gain a free home. Now, it does have to do with being able to, it's based on need, and if you have a true, deep need, then we're going to be talking about how you might be able to one day in October. Is that right?
Actually, we're going to give the house away on November 23rd, the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Perfect.
In hopes that the family can move in and enjoy Thanksgiving at home.
Wonderful. So we're joined by Jaime, who has just stepped off the plane to come and talk about
just stepped off the plane.
So tell us a little bit about your organization, your trip, the nonprofit, the history behind it. Give us a little bit of context.
ARC is a nonprofit organization. It's ARK, and we're in the business of helping Americans. Okay, everything that's happened in the recent 6 years with the foreclosure market, a lot of people have lost their homes. A lot of people have lost them illegally because the government went ahead and helped the banks, but did nothing to help us as Americans. So I come from the real estate background. I've worked in the real estate for the last 23 years. So it's time for me as an investor to come back and buy a home and start making money again. The market has changed. And I sat there one night and just thought about how I was going to do this and help someone along the way, and as opposed to what I've done in the past. So I came up with the concept that I could turn around and buy a home and remodel it and do everything I would normally do when I flip a property. But instead of selling it the traditional way, where nobody makes money except myself and the banks and the realtors, we could have some form of giveaway where a family that maybe lost a home a couple of years ago and can't buy a home right now because of the regulations on foreclosures can now apply for this home and maybe win it.
That's amazing.
Give that family that opportunity to get themselves back on their feet completely. There's a lot of people in America who came here and are struggling and are looking for that American dream, and this might be an opportunity for them to become a homeowner and see that dream come true.
That's phenomenal.
And
do you have a website where they can learn more about this
yes,
as well?
actually, you can apply for this giveaway. Our website is, forgive me here because I don't know it by heart, but it is www.theark.org, and that's www.the-a-r-k.org. Okay.
Hopefully you had your pens and pencils handy for that. So if you're listening to us in the archives, make sure to rewind. If you're on YouTube, then make sure you write that down. But just for good measure.
For good measure.
One more time.
It's www.the-a-r-k.org.
And that's very important. It could mean a new home to you.
Yes, we will go live with our website September 1st. We're launching the giveaway September 1st, and the last entry will be accepted Sunday, November the 17th. And again, English, Spanish, just tell us your story and explain why you deserve a home at this time. And it's open to anybody. You can be college students if you're in Arizona, and maybe you're from another state, and you're going to be here for 4 years. Maybe a couple of you guys want to get together and apply for this home, and instead of paying rent, help yourself out a little, and when you graduate, you can turn around and sell it, and hopefully you will return the favor and do some good when you leave the state of Arizona with your degree.
Now, this might be because I tried to be a good student in the school, was valedictorian, and so I always interviewed my teachers about what they were looking for when I wrote a paper. I don't want you to necessarily get a big boilerplate of what you're looking for, but what are some of the types of need that are more important to you if somebody really realizes, hey, you know what, I lost my home, I lost my job, I lost my wife, my dog, my kids, and I'm a complete country music song. No, I'm kidding. But what are some of the criteria that you're going to be looking for?
Our criteria is not too difficult to meet, I think. We don't want you to own a home. So if you're someone out there who already has a property and you think this is the way you're going to get another one for free, it's not going to happen. We truly want to give a home to someone who doesn't have one at this time.
Okay.
Okay, someone who definitely can benefit from owning a piece of property. You know, if you're a single mother or a single father, okay, you know, if you're a young person whose parents are back in Mexico or Central America, you're here going to school, that you're living in Arizona and you need some assistance. It's open to any need that someone has.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna say one need is less important than another.
Agreed. So
Okay.
don't embellish your story, but create a good story. Create a compelling reason, whatever that might be, about your need, and as in anything, I mean, that's what I am as a storyteller. You know, we get on the air and we tell stories and get the word out. So put that together, and then they'll be judging. Is it based solely on the essay, or are there financial reasons and things that become?
It is based on the essay, but we will verify. We will do our
Right,
due
so don't
diligence.
embellish again.
So you know, so if you're sitting there with 4 bank accounts and tons of money, and the only reason you own a home is because you haven't wanted to buy one, you're not going to qualify for this program.
Okay.
But that being said, you might know of a family that could use a home, and maybe they don't have $100 to enter, but you can sponsor them, you can enter in for them, you can write an essay as to why that family should receive this home.
Okay.
You know, so that I would suggest that most of us, they can, to do that, you know, to pay it forward, I think is the term we use for that, right?
You bet.
This is truly just to help out Americans, help show America that instead of waiting on the government, we can band together and we can do some good. You know, by doing this, we're going to take the proceeds from this giveaway, and then we're going to turn around and find 4 local charities in the state of Arizona, most likely in the area of Phoenix, and we're going to give them the money to go ahead and continue doing more good here in the city that they serve. You know, as an investor, most of the time we come into a city, we make our money and we leave. We go back home wherever we came from,
Right.
and that's what we continue to do. So I'd like to do some good along the way.
I think that's so commendable.
So that's what we're here for.
Jaime, tell us a little bit about your background. What obviously you did the 25 years of real estate, but when you flew on the plane, where did you fly from?
So I'm from California. I come from Pasadena, California.
Okay.
Was born in East LA. My parents are from Central America. I've gone through the public school system here in the States. I've always lived in California, and I haven't ever done anything other than real estate.
Okay.
I kind of just fell into it by accident. My parents moved, and I wasn't too happy where we moved to, so I became the realtor's assistant at the age of 17.
Amazing.
And next thing I know, I was doing mortgages shortly after. So I just, my dream is to be able to become a philanthropist. That's my goal. It's been my goal for a long time.
Excellent.
So I'm hoping that this is the first step, and many to come, that will allow us to help all over.
Now, I don't know if your PR director shared this with you, but when we're done here, we're actually going to be awarding you with a fundraising and private-public, or I should say private nonprofit organization coalition building tool that's worth about $50,000. We're going to get that donated to you.
Wow, no,
So,
she did not
yeah.
inform me of that.
All right, see, so not a bad thing. It's
Okay.
it's what it's all about. Is as we talked about in our last segment, that we talk about public-private and nonprofit private partnering that really gets us to where we want to go. That's what the root of the United States has always been. The roots have been in just pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps and helping each other out. And in anything that I just said, you didn't hear, even though you heard the word public, there's no government money transferring in anything that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of the local business owners and the nonprofits getting together and working together, and I really believe that's what it's all about in conjunction.
I agree. I think we share that sentiment. It is about banding together and working for the greater good.
Absolutely.
To help each other out. And I think we can do that. Now is the time that, as Americans, we have to band together in order to pull ourselves out of the situation that we're in.
You
You
bet.
know, on this particular home, I'm being very careful, and let me rephrase that. I mean, adamant about the fact that everything that we use is made in the U.S. Okay,
very
I don't
good.
want to see anything come in that was manufactured in China or in Malaysia or in Central America or anywhere else. It has to be made here. So, because every time we buy something American, American works.
Right.
And I, for one, am pretty much done in sending my money to China.
Yeah.
Like it's been going on for years now. And the politicians, they don't seem to care. You know, I guess there's too many of them have money coming from overseas or somewhere else.
Yeah, it became a global community, and as such, America suffered.
America suffered, and they're not going to do anything about it unless we do something about it.
Yeah, great. And that's what I love about the show, talking about to local business owners, and again, just teaming everybody up with everybody. It's what I call rock soup. That that if somebody provides a cauldron, somebody else provides the water, somebody else throws in a rock. You can, and then people just keep throwing in the little odds and ends and pieces. Then you can actually feed an entire community.
That's true. That's very true.
You bet.
True.
So it looks like we need to go to break. This is Kurt Wilhelm, your host of the Social Universe, here on Voice America, joined by Jaime of ARC. ARC.org, spelled a little bit differently. When we come back from break, we're going to tell you the exact website address again, so that you can go in and apply. And also, stay tuned, because it's very important how you write that essay, and it's very important that even if you don't think you qualify, make sure that you think inside of yourself, who could actually qualify for a home, meaning in need, who needs a home, and have them go to that website and apply. So don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.